Jackie, and first on this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to first give you guys an announcement for my channel. So this is not, unfortunately, it's not like anything like super exciting necessarily, but it is something that is more like practical, something that will, I think will benefit me and my channel, which is, I'm going to change my channel a little bit. I'm going to do away with literary ramblings because those videos are too long and I get off topic, I know, quite a lot. And from what someone in my personal life said who recently subscribed to my channel, those videos don't get as much views. And I am going to go back to doing wrap-ups and TBRs, which I couldn't do before because of the whole literary ramblings. I would just talk about those books already during those, and then there would be no point in doing a wrap-up or a TBR because I've already talked about the books. And I'm also going to do reviews, and I'm gonna try to figure out a schedule. I know I've said before I can't stick with it, but I'm gonna try to stick with it this time and do scheduled videos. So let's talk about my I'm also going to do tags as well. I'm going to do tags because those are kind of fun, I feel like. So now I'm going to talk about my TBR for April. So first of all, the books that I think I could potentially finish by the end of the month are probably The Velveteen Daughter, and this one, The Golem's Eye by Jonathan Stroud. And I think I could probably finish this one because it's middle grade. It's the second book in the trilogy. I read the first book last month, which was The Amulet of Summerkind. So I'm hoping to read the second one because I don't want this to be another series / trilogy that sits on my shelf and it takes me forever to get to the next book. I mean, it's 3 books and they're middle grade, so it shouldn't be like too hard for me to, as long as I focus. And then this one might take me a little bit longer, but it is based on, or is about the creation of a fictionalized version of one of my favorite children's books, The Velveteen Rabbit, with my mistake, going to the mistake I made earlier. And this one is, like I said, it's historical fiction. It's about the mother and daughter duo, Marjorie Williams-Bianco. She's the author of the book, and then her daughter, Pamela, is the one who created the artwork. Now, I am curious, I do not know if my copy of the book has the original artwork in it, like a copy of the original artwork, which it would be really cool if it did. But I just thought it'd be fun to read this because it was one of my favorite books, and it's, it feels very much a spring type book. And then some of my other books. Okay, so I just finished Dr. Sleep, and the editing to improve my videos, the editing software I'm using is iMovie. So if I can figure that out, once I figure that out, then I'm going to do a review of Dr. Sleep. But for now, I'm going to get back to Needful Things by Stephen King. Now, this is a little bit longer, and Dr. Sleep took me 2 months to read, and this one is probably going to take me a little bit longer, but I'm going to try and surprise myself. And in case you didn't see my previous Literary Ramblings video where I talked about what this book is about, it's set in Castle Rock, which is one of King's more known location settings for his stories. And in this one, this man, Leland Gott, has just bought some space in the town and has set up a little shop called Needful Things. And this particular shop will provide whatever you think you need. But there's a price. There are consequences. And at first the consequences are just silly little things he asks people to do, like little pranks. Yes, he asks them to pull on some people that they don't, people they wouldn't mind pulling pranks on. And over time, it progresses into just chaos and craziness. And to the point of probably violent. And there's one particular character, a police officer in the story who is also in the book The Dark Half. I can't think of his name at the moment. Let me see if it says the town of Gallup, blah 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 blah. Okay, it doesn't say the guy's on them, but he's a character that is referenced in. He's a character that is in The Dark Half, and he plays a leading role in this book. And I think he's the person that Leland Gaunt wants to go after at the moment. I'm obviously, you can see I'm pretty far into this, and the little pranks are escalating very much in this. So I'm gonna read as much as I can of that, and then I am still working my way through Valor by John Gwynne, the second book in the Faithful and the Fallen series. So I'm gonna try to work on that and read as much as I can of this today. Maybe today, but throughout this month. I have been bringing it with me to work to read during my 15-minute break. Of course, you only get through like a page in that one. And then the other two books I'm thinking about, which I probably will definitely not get done, are Ship of Magic, which I'm in the middle of chapter 5 in this one, which is from the Life Your Trader series by Robin Hobb, where where the people in this family, the Vester family, when they die, their essence, their soul, brings the ship to life, gives it life. And one of our main characters believes that she's meant to be the captain of the next captain, but unfortunately she has to deal with her brother-in-law, who's the current captain of the ship, and what ends up happening is he ends up inheriting the ship, even though it made the most sense that she would be the inheritor of the ship. And there's also a pirate in here who wants to be the pirate king, but of course pirates don't respond well to that kind of leadership, so he comes to the conclusion he needs to steal a live ship. And I'm assuming these two are going to eventually come together. I haven't gone that far yet, though. The brother-in-law and Althea's her name, have just come home, and she's just found out her father's dying. And then we have Dead House Gates, the second book in the book of Malazan, Book of the Fallen. This is the second book, and this is one of those ones where I don't want the series to fall on the wayside, so I'm trying to read as many books in the series as possible this year. So I'm going to read Dead House Gates this month. And in this one, we are with the characters of, I think, the Empress's army, but we also come back to some of the characters from the first book as well. And I'm like, this is another one I'm enjoying so far. It's just, it is a bit of a challenge, and there's a lot going on and Stephen Erickson just kind of throws you into the series. It's not as easy as a lot of the fantasy I'm used to reading. And then last book I want to talk about. This is a book that February, March, that Emmy from Emma Reads and Carolyn Marie Reads, that they were reading this book for the Dickens versus Tolstoy debate, back in February and in March. So I'm going to read this now, and that is the Pickwick Papers, because either way, I want to finish it. And of course, the videos will always be up, so I can watch the live chat whenever I want. And this is about a group of these guys who run the Pickwick Paper, founded by Samuel Pickwick, and they collect stories to publish in this paper, and it's all about all the shenanigans they go through. And I'm in the middle of a chapter, actually, where Mr. Pickwick, he fell asleep while his friends were, he kind of fell asleep at one point. And he got he kind of got, you know, like, I'm trying to remember what exactly happened. But he fell asleep in a wheelbarrow because his legs were broken, so he couldn't walk around. So in that wheel, they ran into an old enemy, I think, and the guy saw him and he was like, "You're not supposed to be on my land." So he kind of pushes him somewhere, and I think he got arrested. He almost got arrested for it. So it's a lot of crazy shenanigans that these guys get into, and it's all basically about all their adventures. So I want to read this as well, and I want to read as much as I can. I want to finish this before I go back to Bleak House, which this was Dickens' first published work. And it was a little hard to get into it because it is a bit episodic in its nature and makes it a little more hard to get into because it doesn't follow the traditional modern novels that we have today. Of course, today's novels were not serialized like they were during Dickens' time, so that makes it a little bit of a different kettle of fish. So, that's what I'm gonna read this month, or try to read. Like I said, I think there's only 2 books in this pile that I probably could get done, and if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe if you haven't already, click the bell notification below if you want to know when I post new videos, and I hope you are still wearing your mask and washing your hands and at least keeping them sanitized, and I hope you are enjoying your reading. Alright, bye!